Hello, fans. You may remember a few weeks ago I posted a message to my subscribers, asking for your questions in honor of my channel achieving 1000 subscribers. Well, now that I have almost 2500 subscribers, I figured I would go ahead and make good on that promise. I received a number of questions, so let's get right to it. First, a little bit about me. My real name is not Roscoe McGillicuddy. That is just an online alias made from character names in old television shows. Roscoe comes from Roscoe P. Coltrane from the Dukes of Hazzard, and McGillicuddy was Lucy's maiden name in I Love Lucy. The alias is in place because I am not fully ready to give my real name. I live in the US, somewhere on the East Coast. I am a father to between 1 and 5 kids, and a husband to 1 woman. I have a 9-to-5 job, a lawn to cut, and bills to pay. I play drums in my church's band, so you can see why I do not post new videos every day, but I do what I can. I like the Pittsburgh Penguins and Cleveland Browns, and I hate the Philadelphia Flyers and the Atlanta Braves. One time, when I lived in Arizona, I threw an apple into a trash can from 75 feet away on my first try. It was pretty awesome. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. What do you think of me? I received a number of questions concerning how I edit my videos, like this one from Exabis who asks, how do you edit your videos? I watch an original episode of the cartoon, jot notes about possible funny things to add, then go through from beginning to end putting them in. Other ideas come on the fly later on. I typically add sound effects, music clips, and GIFs, animated or not animated. My editing software comes with a plethora of filters which I use to create audio-video effects. I have never heard of BTS. Boy bands are not my thing, but more power to you if they are yours. And thank you for the kind words. Here is your shout out. Here are a couple more similar questions. I make awesome poops by a. Keeping the content clean, and b. Noticing what good YT poopers do, and what bad YT poopers do. Then I form my style around the good ones without copying them, and avoid the things the bad ones do. Side note, this works in life too, not just in YT poops. There was also question about the equipment I use. Like this question from Everything is Awesome. I use a super old version of Adobe Premiere Pro. I even got this question about camera setup. I actually do not use cameras. All of my content comes from files and or downloads from the web. Cameras and I do not get along. Sorry that isn't much help. But most of your questions dealt with my inspiration for my videos. Most of my ideas come on the fly. I normally watch about 10 seconds of the original episode at a time and ask myself if there is anything funny hiding in that segment. I normally think about wouldn't it be cool if this character did this, or said this, etc. Then if I can make it happen I do it. If I draw blanks on a particular segment of the episode, I will either skip that section or just throw in an audio-video effect. Some of you wanted to know how I learned to make my YouTube poops. I am actually self-taught. I installed Premiere Pro not knowing anything about how to use it, and eventually just figured it out on my own. And that, of course, means a lot of time spent on watching tutorials on irony. Crazy Kid 2000 asked me to do a llama YTP. Well, Crazy Kid, here you go.
Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner.
Many of you asked about the inspiration behind my channel as a whole, and why I got into this crazy thing in the first place. I discovered YTPs accidentally about 3 years ago, and laughed myself silly. I wanted to show them to my kids, but I kept having to fast forward through parts that included bad language or adult humor. I eventually thought it would be great if someone would make clean YTPs that both kids and adults could enjoy. And that is why I got in the game. Safj Gaming asks, what made you think of making funny YTPs? I wanted to make funny YTPs because the idea of making lame ones did not appeal to me. but seriously, mostly because you guys love them so much. Natasha the Queen of Foxes asks, what inspired you to make YTP Peppa Pig? I gravitate to Peppa Pig for a number of reasons. For one thing, my kids watched the show a lot when they were younger, so I was already familiar with a lot of the episodes. Also, the show has a wonderful little intro which is so easy to make great edits with.
And this is Daddy Pig.
The show itself is full of situations that can be bent into different forms, and the artwork is simple so it is easy to work with. Someone asked why my profile pic is a llama. Turns out, I am a llama. Samuel Gamer Plays asks, what if your favorite video from yourself? Believe it or not, my favorite video of mine is Teletubbies Get Wrecked. I received a few questions asking if I will do a face reveal. I may sometime. I am also considering starting a gaming channel, but for right now, no. This is just a hobby, and I want to keep my family's identity secure.
Dead meat.
In closing, I want to say that I appreciate all my fans. When I made my first YTP I was really just kidding around, but it has turned into something really cool and I am having a lot of fun. I plan on creating more YTPs in the future, so please stay tuned and I promise I will not disappoint. So stay cool, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Oh yeah, and no cussing in the comments. Roscoe McGillicuddy over and out.